Hello, it's Nicole from the Physio crew, and I'm doing my Ask Nicole questions for the day. So question number one for today is, I've forgotten it already. It is about shoulders. It was, oh yeah, I've hurt my shoulder. This is what the person was saying. Hurt my shoulder 6 months ago and it's still painful. Why is it still painful? Now there's lots and lots of, I didn't have much of a history to go on here, so I don't know whether they've had like sort of frozen shoulder type symptoms where it's building up, very, very painful at night time, very, very painful to lie on it or to kind of move the arm, and then that progressively gets stiffer, and then eventually the pain goes and just becomes very, very stiff, and that can take 2 years to recover. So that one takes a very long time to get better on its own. But if you've had something like a rotator cuff tear, so if you've fallen on it and felt a pop or a tearing sensation within the shoulder, then that may it may not be recovering because it's a very large tear. It may need surgery, or it may just need some strengthening. So a lot of the time when people have shoulder pain, they start compensating with a lot of different muscles, and then actually when they're experiencing the pain after a long time, sometimes it's not the original injury but it's the compensation. So they're overloading, for example, the deltoid or the upper trap, and those muscles are not designed to work at low intensity for long periods of time like your supraspinatus is, and so therefore that can cause quite a bit of pain. This particular person, actually they didn't describe where it was, so things like the bicep tendon, sometimes that doesn't recover for a long time if people repeatedly load it. So sometimes we see people who are lifting a lot in the gym or taking steroids. Don't take steroids, they're really bad for your tendons, and you're probably going to get a tear or a pec muscle tear if you're injecting them. So try obviously to avoid steroids, that's not going to help. And try and look at what you're doing throughout the day. Like, are you aggravating it? Are you overloading it? So a lot of the physio's job is just to be like a detective, to say, right, okay, what are you doing? What's different? What was the mechanism? Was there enough force in that to cause significant trauma to the tissue itself? So something like a dislocation is more of a traumatic type thing rather than an overload, which would be something like a tendinopathy, so where you've been at the gym just lifting too many weights of the same one and not balancing your muscle groups. Please, just have a bit of balance, you gym junkies. So many of those could be avoided. So I hope that answers your question. If you want sort of a more specific answer, then try and just make the questions a little bit more specific. Like, for example, if you actually know what it is. But the problem is a lot of people just don't have a clear diagnosis, and they think that if you have a problem with the shoulder, it's like two things. But what they don't understand is there's a lot to know in the shoulder. It can be nerve, it can be referral from the neck, it can be bicep tendon, it can be joint capsule, it could be arthritis, it could be supraspinatus, it could be ACJ, acromioclavicular joint. There's loads, it can be brachial plexus, like there's loads of different structures in there, so it's really hard to generalise. But if you've been having pain for more than 6 months, you probably need to go and have someone look at it. People put, oh, it's so much pain. I'm a complete wimp, although I've got quite a lot of pain in my arm right now from lifting this up after North Devon Hospice. I'm going to milk it though, I did that. You know, I'm still sore. Just need to do a bit more fitness training, I think. Right, okay, I'll see you later, guys. I'll do my next 2 questions in the next couple of minutes. Bye!